Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Christopher Garza Real Estate News, where we give you, well, I should say, I give you just good information about a local, oh, dog went barking, about your local market over in the Tukwila, West Seattle, kind of Bryn Mawr, South Seattle area. So, as far as what's going on in the news today, we have a lot of movement with new construction. And we're really going to get into new construction versus, and yes, they are going to duke it out, new construction versus previously owned homes. And there's a couple stats that we're going to compare, but before we get into that, there is a little bit of an article that kind of led to this. So, as inflation slows, mortgage rates will decrease this week. As we saw as you will see in the future slides that I'm going to show you, interest rates went down slightly. Not too crazy, but they did go down slightly this past week. And ongoing shortage of previously owned homes for sale. That means, homes that are not new construction, basically, has been a detriment to home buyers looking to take advantage of declining rates. Now, on the other hand, home builders have an edge in today's market, and incoming data shows that home builder sentiment continues to rise. So, as far as new homes and the history of new homes, there hasn't been too steady of an actual price lock. So, homes would stay on the market for several, maybe a month or two, and you would be able to get into these new construction homes much under the actual listed price. So instead of 100% of the list price, you could kind of bargain a little bit because the home was on the market for so long. You can kind of get it down to what history shows a little bit lower than the percentage. So before we kind of get into all those stats and everything, if you would like, share, and subscribe, it really does help the algorithm, and it kind of gets just good information out to the people that might actually need it or are looking to maybe buy a home or sell a home in the future. So the places that I'll be talking about and the statistics that I'm going to be bringing into this situation are just going to be residential. And for today's slides, it's actually going to be new construction versus previously owned homes. So all of that is going to be from just this area that you see right here in the yellow: South Seattle, West Seattle, Tukwila, Des Moines, and the SeaTac area. So for the 7-day running numbers, this is going to be what has sold, went pending, increased price, decreased price in the past 7 days, as far as what we can see on our Northwest Multiple Listing Service. So new listings, you have 95, which is keeping up with the pendings at the moment. So if you were to add in the back on market and new listings, as well as the sold with a pending, then it would be for every home that's been on the market, that's about 2 homes coming off the market. But with this summer market standard, it's usually going to be the time in which more homes or the most homes for the year are going to be on the market or pending or sold. Now, we are really low due to interest rates, and these are the interest rates that we're looking at right now. So up in close to the 7 at 6.98 for the 30-year fixed. For the FHA, it's 6.58%. That's going to be your standard prices without your 20%, without all these additions that you're going to be kind of adding in with your mortgage lender. So homes for sale. Now, this is kind of where the first round, if you will, of them duking it out. And if you can see, this is the past 10 years, and this is where we should be at, up around 1,000 homes. But where we're at right now is 282 previously owned homes. Now, we should be over 1,000 homes with the new construction. And it's crazy because new construction is actually almost half. Right now it sits over a third, but that's almost half new construction to previously owned. And I mean, it's way off half, but 100 to, let's just say it was 300, that would be a third. That's crazy that new construction has that many against the previously owned home for sales on the market at this time. And what's crazy about that is you can see the history of this. It's not really a ridiculous number for the actual new constructions in this area, but comparatively, that's crazy seeing the actual relativity or closeness to the numbers on that. Now, round two, we have our days on market. Now, you can see a lot of these numbers coincide with each other. So as the days on market would go up for new construction, you kind of see it going up for previously owned as well. Now, recently, new construction has actually gone below a little bit a couple times. And a lot of that is because there's not as many homes on the market of previously owned. But as of right now, previously owned are actually beating new construction by about 10 days in our area as far as days on market. Now, we'll give that round to them. This next one, average percentage of last original price. Now, I did this one in a different graph style. The bars here, and I really wanted to show the difference in it. The bars here are the previously owned, and you can see the difference in what you can actually get with a properly priced home. You can get up to 105%. Last, or what was that, 2 years ago? I want to say a little bit last year. You got up to 118% here, or 112% here. And it's crazy with the new construction. You're not really getting that far over the 100% range. And it is solidifying a little bit more, as you can see closer to the years right now. It is solidifying a little bit more without it have such deep dips in there. It's kind of, and that's what a lot of the news articles are talking about, is that it's not up and down, up and down. It's kind of solidifying with its actual price and them actually marking it to the value of what it should be on the market. So as far as that round, we're going to go ahead and give that to previously owned, just because, I mean, that's 3, almost 4% right there that they're beating them by. Closed sales. This one is, again, really crazy because as of right now, with these numbers and all of these gaps right here that you see are actually around summertime, which is right now. These are all the summertime gaps. And then in the wintertime, new construction, you're actually seeing more closed sales because a lot of people just, it's the holidays. They don't want all these people coming into their houses so they can have their family over for Christmas or Thanksgiving. But new construction, nobody's living in those houses. So obviously they're going to be able to move a lot more of those homes without any family or disruption going on in there. And sometimes you might even, buy a house and show it to them on Christmas Day. Crazy Christmas present right there. But the crazy part about here is how close, and you'll see right here, this is the new construction numbers. They're not going to be way up here and actual matching the previously owned numbers. But with these gaps right here, you can it really shows how close sales are in closed sales and new construction between previously owned and new construction. Now you have 19% of the sales this past month were new construction, which is mind-blowing. And you can see with the numbers here for the summertime, these should be way far apart with all these gaps. But they're so low, and they've been, if not being beaten by new construction on this rise here, they've been super close to that. So for actual closed sales, we're going to have to give this one to new construction just because of the rebound that it's getting and the kind of relative steadiness that it's been giving off. Not a lot of home sellers right now are wanting to get out of that super low interest rate that they have locked in and kind of go into the market and purchase a new home with such a higher interest rate. Now, they do know they can mostly refinance afterwards, and it's just having such a low interest rate really is having an effect on sellers not wanting to list their home back on the market and kind of get back into the let's just call it the game of buying real estate right now. Because as of right now, it's kind of crazy with 19% of the sales being new construction. So, without ado, please smash that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next week. And to the 5th person who is my subscriber, shout out to you. Cool stuff. All right, have a good one.